Hi guys, in this video I'm going to go over how you can upload different banners or images onto the web that you can use for banners. The first step obviously is to download your banners so you can work with them. I am currently in my Gmail account and I'm going to go to the email that contains the banners and right here it gives you the download option. Depending on who your email server is, it might look a little bit differently, but we will download that. When I download, I tend to like to save to my desktop. Um, and I just find that I can find the files a little bit easier that way. I have it automatically set up to do so, but if you want to do something like save as and put it to your desktop, you'll be able to find it that way. I'm just going to minimize this for a moment, and you'll see that right here on my desktop is the file we just downloaded. The banners are contained in a zip file, so you will need WinZip or a similar program to unzip them. As you can see, I'm using a Mac. I don't know if I'm using WinZip on this program, but if you do not have it already downloaded, you can just go to Google and type in download WinZip or download WinZip for Mac, and it'll show you some options there to install that program. So to open up the zip file, I'm just going to double click, and now I have my new folder with the banners inside. You'll see the cover image here, and then here you'll see the rest of the banners. They're named by the size of the banners, which is helpful information to know. Depending on where you want to place the banners, you can rename them if you want to, but just for our videos today, I'm going to leave them named as is. The next step is to actually upload your banners to the web. There are a couple ways of doing this. This method will show you how to upload them to your own hosting account. So I'm going to open up my browser again. And up here I already have my cPanel ready to be opened. I use my hosting with HostGator. I prefer it because it has a very easy cPanel to operate with. That being said, I know there are other very good hosting companies out there that also have cPanel. And even if you do not have a cPanel or control panel, that's perfectly fine. I just find it's a little bit easier to use. I'm going to log in. And now that I'm in my cPanel, I'm going to go to the File Manager. Double click there. A new window will open. And now I'm in my File Manager. As you can see here, there are quite a few folders, and at the bottom there are some general files. This is because with my hosting plan, I actually host multiple domains on the one host, so yours may look a little bit different. The easiest way to go about it, I'm going to work in my primary domain, so that will not be in one of the folders. But to find a good place to put our images, I'm going to create a new folder. And as you can see as I scroll down, there we go. Since it's a folder, it's arranged with the other folders, but here it is, the folder I just created the images to. I'm going to double click that, and I'm now within the folder. This is where I'm going to upload my banner image. So if you go up here, you will see the upload option. Click that. Another window will open, and you can browse which file you're going to upload. This automatically takes me to my desktop. Yours may look slightly different, but I'm going to navigate to where I put my banners folder, which is on my desktop. I'm going to choose the file that I want to upload. Click OK, it starts uploading immediately. You can see that the upload is complete, so I'm going to go back. This automatically closes that window. And here is my file. Now the most important thing when you upload an image is you want to get the URL of the image. The URL is the address where that image is located, and you need that to paste that in whatever piece of code to show the image. The easiest way for me to get the URL is I select it, and then I actually go to edit. I don't actually edit anything, but I look right here, the text you will be editing, and it shows me the URL. Now right here it says public_HTML. That's because I'm in my primary directory. I'm just going to skip over that. What I'm going to count right here is images to /200 by 200.jpg. That is the address of my file. So once I select it, I'm going to copy it, and then I'm just going to close this. I'm now going to keep a little notepad of where my file is located, and that's just for my own records. So since it's on my primary domain, this is the address of the domain, and then I'm just going to paste in the rest of that address. Obviously there's a backslash between the address and my domain. So this is the URL of the image I just uploaded. If you want to double check and make sure this is the correct URL, you can copy the entire thing, and then just going to minimize this for a moment. If you create a new window or a new tab and you paste it in the browser, you will see that is our image. That is one way you can upload a banner to your own hosting account. Another way you can do that is directly right within WordPress. To show you that, I'm going to log in. This is one of the dashboards of a WordPress blog I have set up on one of my domains. What I'm going to do, I'm going to go to Media, and I'm going to go to Add New. Once again, I will browse to find the file I want to upload in my banners folder. Click Open. Now I'm going to click Upload. And you'll see the banner located right here in my media library. Once again, we want to get the URL of that image. So once you get close to it, kind of hover a little bit, you'll see the Edit, Delete Permanently, and View. I do not want to delete permanently, and I don't really need to view it. I'm going to go to Edit, click that, and it'll show me the details of the file. If you scroll down, you will see right here, File URL. I'm going to select that, and I'm going to copy it. Update media. And I'm also going to put this address in our notepad. You'll notice it's a little bit different address because it uploaded to WordPress. But once again, we want to check just to make sure we have the image correct. A new tab. And there you go, there is your image. If you would like to upload an image but do not have a hosting account or a domain, and you want to do this the completely free method, you can go to a service like PhotoBucket. Flickr is another one. I prefer PhotoBucket. That is completely free to use, and upload your banners there. First thing I'm going to do is sign up. It's completely free to sign up. Here you would go through the process of creating an account. Now that I have that information in the fields, I'm going to click Sign Me Up. It will give me an option here to upgrade, but I'm not interested at this time. And now you're in your PhotoBucket control panel. What I'm going to do is I'm going to upload now. And I'm going to select photos and videos. I have my banners folder located on my desktop, and I will go here and select the image that I want to upload. Click OK, and it automatically starts uploading. I'm going to save and continue to my album. And here I am in my album. Now I need to get the URL of the image. So what I'm going to do, I'm actually going to click this and get into a separate page. It's all this image. If you scroll down a little bit, you will see these options here for share this photo. Whether you want to email it, if you want the direct HTML code or the image code. The easiest way to do it is really to get the direct link itself. That is the URL of the image. In PhotoBucket's very nice. You just click it once and it copies it. And if you want to double check just to make sure that you have the correct URL, open another tab. I'm going to paste that into my browser. Click enter, and there you go. There's our banner. Now that we have the URLs of our image links, we're going to input them into a WordPress post or the WordPress sidebar to show you how you can make your image file an active banner link. So I'm going to quickly grab the URL of my link. And copy it. Next, I will log into WordPress. When I log in, you'll notice everything looks a tiny bit different, and that is just because they updated their version of WordPress just a couple days ago. Now that I'm here in the dashboard, the first thing I'm going to do is make a post. Add new. And here's my post. When you are inputting an image or anything that you have a URL for, you want to make sure that you are in the HTML tab. The visual tab is what they call a what you see is what you get editor. That how everything looks in that tab is exactly how it's going to turn out. Anytime you want to put any kind of code into your WordPress page, you want to be in HTML. So we're going to switch over there right now. And just to clarify things, I'm going to paste my image link right here. Anytime you want to make an image link, an actual image, you need a tiny piece of code. The code that you need is what you'll see right here. And basically where that space is, that's going to be the URL of your link. So anytime you want to post an image, that's really all you need. So to show you exactly what it would look like, and there you go. Now our image URL is going to show up on our page. Just to give you an example of that, I'll switch over to visual real quickly, and you'll see there you go, there's the image. And now I'm going to switch back to HTML. If you do decide to switch back and forth, you'll notice that this little alt tag and then this tiny bit of code pops up. It's fine if you leave that in there. If you want to go ahead though and just copy and paste everything into your sidebar, I've noticed that it doesn't always work. So just to make things super clear, I'm going to delete that little bit of code and go back to what we normally have. Now that we have our image up, we want to make it a clickable banner, because in that way it'll just go directly to our affiliate offer. So to do that, first of all, I'm going to get my affiliate link. So I'm going to open a new tab and go directly to ClickBank. I will log into ClickBank. Enter my details. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to go up to Marketplace. Going to type in the name of the product that I want to promote. You may have the exact name of the product already. You may search by categories or by topics. But since I know already what I want to promote, here you go, here's our offer. So to promote this, I'm just going to go to the very clearly stated promote button, click that, and a window pops up stating my account nickname and any kind of tracking ID. So if I wanted to create different links for different areas of my site, so if I wanted one link for my banner image in one post and another link for the banner image in my sidebar, I can just add different tracking IDs. It just helps you clarify where your clicks and where your sales are coming from, which can also help improve your click-through rate or your actually conversion rate, just so you can know where to better post ads or to how to adjust your site to get the most commissions possible. For the sake of this tutorial, I'm just going to leave that blank, but basically you could type in any word or any phrase or even I believe even numbers at this point, and I'm just going to simply click create. And here is my big old long affiliate link. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to go to the top, which is our direct link. You'll see the one at the bottom is actually a HTML code for an active link, but we don't want to do that because we want to put this on our banner. So we're just simply going to go to the URL. I'm going to highlight it and copy it, primarily because making sure that there's absolutely no typos would be fairly difficult, and when you're doing with ClickBank hop links, it's really much easier just to copy and paste. And with that, I'm just going to simply close the window and go back to my post. Right away, just to make sure I don't lose the copied link, I'm going to paste it into my post. And there you go, there's my ClickBank link. and then there's my image banner. You can choose to mask your ClickBank link if you would like. That's your preference, and I'm sure you can learn how to do that in a different tutorial. To make this link, this URL, an active link, we once again need a tiny bit of code. And the link code looks like this. You'll see that it's similar to the image code in that it has a little bit in the beginning with the equal and the double parentheses, with the space would be the actual URL of the link. One of the differences, though, however, is that right here is where whatever is going to become an active link is going to be placed here. So if it's a word, if it's text, if it's an image, whatever it is right here. And then to end the link, you add this tiny bit of code that you see right there. So let's practice making an actual link. So I'm just going to cut and paste this. So now I have an active link. But basically the space is what the active link is. So I'm going to, actually this will be easier, just cut this image. And there you go. You can see I have my link code. Then I have the URL of my actual link. Then I have my image code with the URL of the image. And then I have the ending link code. And this is going to make an active banner on my site. Just to show you exactly what it'll look like, we'll switch over to visual real quickly. And there you go. And you'll notice that if you scroll, oh, it doesn't do this in the visual tab. That's fine. So now that we see what it looks like, switch back to HTML. Just to remove that tiny bit of image code. And I'm simply going to publish this. And then to just view our post, just to make sure everything works correctly, I'm going to go to Preview Changes, which opens up another tab. Alright, and here we are in my basic demo WordPress site with our banner. And you scroll over it, you can see that the little hand appears, meaning it's a link. And if you look down in the bottom left, you can see the actual hop link to ClickBank. So you shows exactly where you're going. Just to follow through, I'm going to click the link. And there you go. It takes me right to the magic of making a homepage. As a second example, I want to show you how you can actually add your banner to a sidebar in case you don't want to directly put it in a post. So I'm just going to close this briefly. And simply, I'm just going to copy this exact code that we have here. The link code, the link URL, the image code, the banner URL, and then the ending link code. So just copy this. And then to put it in the banner, I'm going to go to Appearance. And then I'm going to go to Widgets. Once again, if things look a little bit differently, it's just because WordPress upgraded to, I believe it's version 3.2. recently, and as we well know, anyone who's been working with WordPress for a little while, that every time they update it, everything seems to look slightly different. Over here you will see the areas where we can put widgets. With this particular theme, I have my primary widget area, which is basically your sidebar. Secondary, which would be like a smaller sidebar, and then either the footer widget areas. Depending on what theme you use, this might look a little bit differently, but just about everything, actually every theme I personally can think of, has at least one sidebar area. It may not show on all posts, but as you can see right here, we're just going to work in the primary widget area for our sidebar. To add code or image or a link or anything like that to your sidebar, you're actually going to use the text widget, which is right here. And so I'm going to click and drag that into my primary widget area. It'll open up, you can put a title or a headline here if you'd like, but just to give a simple banner image, I'm just going to paste my code right into the text. So once again, we have our link code here, we have our banner image code right there, end of the link, and I'm going to save it. And there you go. Basically, just that simple step is what's going to put a banner into my sidebar. Just to double check it, minimize this for a moment, and then I'm just going to go directly to my demo blog. There you go. Here's the post we made earlier with the active link in it. And then here's our sidebar with the banner in it. You'll see there's nothing else here because I actually have nothing else in my sidebar at this time. But if we wanted to have put a title in the text widget, it would give you kind of like a sub headline right here. But basically, as you can see by scrolling over it, that the link is still active, and you have your banner image. And just to double check once more, we'll click that banner, and that takes you right up there to the magic making up. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial, and if you have any questions, I'd love to be able to help you. Thanks. Have a great day.